G'day guys. In this one I'm going to show you guys how to service a 2014 Yamaha TTR 110. We're just going to do a quick oil change and we're going to do a quick filter change, air filter change, sorry. Yeah, this bike always sucks up a lot of oil into the airbox. It's a common problem with the 2014 TTRs, which you'll see. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so here we have everything that you're going to need. An oil drain pan, some oil. I'm just using Valvoline 10W40. You will need a new air filter. You need a 12mm spanner and a screwdriver, and also I believe this is an 8mm for the plastic. So that's all that you'll need. Okay, so here we have my 2014 TTR 110. And the drain bolt is just down underneath here, right there, this little guy here, and that is a 12mm. But before you drain the oil, you will want to run the bike a little bit, get the oil a bit warm. So let's do that now. Alright, so we'll warm her up and idle for a little bit. And that way, like I said before, the oil can warm up, it'll circle through the system a little bit, and it'll be easier to drain. So we'll let this idle for a minute or two, get the oil warm, and move on to the next step. Alright, so now you want to get your 12mm. You want to get down into that drain bolt down here. Make sure that I'm filming the right spot. Right up in that little fucker there. Pop that open. Let this drain bolt out. Be careful because the oil is going to be warm, especially after you've just warmed it up. There it comes. As you can see, it's been a little bit since I've done an oil change, so I like to sit the bolt like that, upside down on the peg, so that I don't lose it and it doesn't get dirty, even though I just dropped it. So yeah, this is looking good actually. There's no there's fuck all metal material in that, so we'll let this drain out and then we'll get on to the air filter. Actually, we'll do that at the same time. We'll get onto the air filter now. So now we've got 4 screws here on our air box. So we've got one here, one down the bottom here, yep, and one over here as well. Get in the hole, mate. Alright, and as you pull this off, this is probably going to pour out with oil, as I was saying, because these 2004 TTRs have an issue with pulling oil up through the motor into the airbox and flooding the airbox with oil. So pull these guys out, 3 screws, don't lose them. Alright. And then out it comes, see, oh, there goes the oil. Nowhere near as bad as what it has been in previous times. So we want to get this. There's that. Oh yeah, we get the spark plug little lead off there, and we can drain that down. So here's your air filter. Take this off my head. Here's your air filter. It's obviously covered in oil, so I'm gonna get this bugger out and let all that drain. Put this guy on the side here. I have a replacement for that. So so as you can see, the TTRs always have an issue of drawing oil up into the airbox, so you always want to be very careful of that. Yep, in there's not too bad, that's good. So I just like to wipe this out with like a rag, and then I can wash this. It's a washable one, and I probably will for a backup, but because for the sake of having a brand new one, we'll just chuck the brand new one in there. So let me go and get a couple of rags and we'll wipe this out. Alright, so I gone and grabbed a couple of microfiber cloths. So first of all, we want to have a look on the inside of that. Yeah, that's clean. That's not bad at all. Just a little bit on the inside here. There are plugs also on the back side of this, which I will I'll show you guys afterwards. There are like there's little drain plugs for it at the back, and sometimes you can just pop those little plugs off and just let the oil out that way. But after time, when you do as many wheelies as what I do, it'll gunk up. So that's pretty good there. So if we come around to this other side here, you'll see there's two plugs here, just here, 1 and 2. So when you pull these off, the oil can pour out of those. So have a look at this one here. Yeah, see that? There's a little bit of oil in that one. As you can see, it dripping out. So let that drip out a little bit, and yeah, get onto this, putting this new air filter in. Alright, so we've got the new filter. So as you can see, they're made by MTX. I just got it off mxstore.com. So you want to get this bad boy, put him in the prongs there. Usually I would oil it up, but because of the fact that the airbox floods itself with oil, I don't need to. So after like 1 or 2 wheelies, this will pretty much be lubricated by itself. Alright, so then you got the air filter in, chuck your little case back on. You want to make sure that it's all in a line so that it sits in properly. Yep, there we go. Get one screw in to hold it first. No, it doesn't look like it's liking this angle. What are we doing wrong here? There we go. Take the screws back out of my pocket. Chuck him back in there. Third one on the outside here. Chuck your spark plug lead back over the hook. And then you want to tighten these bad boys back up. Get out of my way, plastics. There's one. There's 2. And 3. Double check that they're tight enough. Yep. Yep, alright. That's done. Now time to go back over to the drain plug, put the drain plug back in, and fill it back up with oil. Alright, well here we've got our drain plug. The oil has been drained, so we'll move that out of the way. Get him back up in here. There's a little hole there it is. Grab this bugger back in there. And then when you get your 12mm, should be over on this side of me. Yep. And tighten that bugger back up. And that's hand tight, and then I'll also get my 12mm socket, and I'll tighten it up even more. So I need 2 ends to do that though. Alright, so this is 800 cubic meter. No, that's not how I put it. Let's just restart that. This takes 0.8 of a litre of oil. I don't have an exact way to measure it. I sort of just like guess it in a way. I pour a bit in, and then I'll like check the dipstick, make sure it's on, if it's not on the dipstick yet. And yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. I just guess it. So takes 0.8 of a litre. That's nowhere near going to be 0.8 of a litre yet, but chuck the dipstick in. Oh, maybe it is. Let me try that again. And we're almost there, I think. A little bit more. Now for me, I don't really mind if I overfill it that tiny little bit, just because it's, like I said, it sucks itself up into the airbox anyway. So yeah, we're definitely full there. So I'll get this rag here, wipe all this off the motor a little bit because there's just a lot there. Chuck the dipstick back in. Wipe this down a little bit. There's a bit of oil on the exhaust. Alright, there you have it. Alright, well guys, well that is how you service a TTR 110 2014 to be specific. I'm not entirely sure about any other years. I would assume that would be pretty much the same, and where the drain bolt is and everything like that. So now that we've done the service, time to start her up and let her run on some clean air and clean fuel, clean air and clean oil. Yeah, so let's start her up, eh? Fuel on down the side here. Give her a bit of a kick, mate. Anyways guys, that's how you service a TTR 110 with an oil and an oil filter. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this video to someone who has a TTR 110. It may help them out. So yeah, anyways, peace out guys, thanks.